Hawak ko right now is one of the rarest phone na meron ni LG, and this is the LG Velvet 2 Pro. This phone is really thin and I love the way it is kasi sobrang nipis niya. And since this one is not released publicly, so medyo rare talaga tong phone na ito. So how rare is this one? Alamin natin. Now guys, itong LG Velvet 2 Pro 5G na may 8 gigs of RAM and 120 gigs of storage, nabili ko to sa UKDB Gadgets for 14,000 pesos. Just for the sake of trying it, gusto ko lang i-try kung how rare and how good this phone really is. Now, starting off with yung kanyang design, I love the way it is. It's very nice to see a phone back in 2021 na ganon kaganda, kasmooth, and ganon kanipis. Meron siyang 3D arc design dito which is quite rare back in the days. Medyo nanghinayang ako dahil hindi na gumagawa ng smartphone si LG, but they are really making some really good stuff. I like the way yung pagka-gold na dito and covering it together with the black dito sa likod, which make this phone looks very sophisticated but yet very elegant. Kahit yung tatlong camera module na dito sa likod looks very simple as well. One thing to like din dito is sobrang nipis din ang kanyang bezel dito, and maliit din ang kanyang punch hole ng kanyang camera. Probably one of the downside dito is just one SIM lang kaya na support, but the other slot is for a micro SD expansion up to 2 terabytes. Overall sa kanyang design, I'm quite impressed and I just simply love the way it is. Now, probably one of the things na hindi ko masyado gusto dito is ang kanyang power button is nandito sa ibabaw, which kind of feels different from the rest of the pack na kasi sanay ako dito pumindot ng power button. Plus, hindi masyado sensitive ang kanyang volume rocker dito, so kailangan mo siya diinin dito para mag-respond ang kanyang volume rocker. So, this is plus and this is minus. So, hindi siya physical button, more of capacitive siya dito sa gilid. Pag pinipindot mo, mafe-feel mo may haptic siya na nagba-vibrate. Now, this phone is being powered by the Qualcomm Snapdragon 888 and it was able to score me a 511,000 points. Nung breakdown ko, this is the score that I got. 1,500 na kanyang loop score and 91% na kanyang stability. Ito score na kuha ko dito sa Geekbench sa CPU benchmarking and sa kanyang GPU benchmark. Looks very rocky ang kanyang thermals and it throttled to 73% na kanyang best performance. Now, pagdating sa battery, this one has a 4,500 mAh na battery which can fast charge up to 27 watts back in the days. Now, yung battery nito hindi na ganun ka-efficient. Siguro dahil sa tagal ng panahon and gamit na rin itong phone na ito, I was only able to squeak out in 6 hours and 17 minutes. And on a daily usage, itong phone na ito can only last me for half a day only. Now, ang kanyang display is a 6.8-inch na OLED display. 60Hz screen refresh rate. Don't expect na back in the days 2021, meron mga 90 to 120Hz screen refresh rate. But nevertheless, the phone na ito was able to let me enjoy browsing on social media kahit 60Hz lang naman siya. And the browsing experience was good. I would say na lag siya, but probably iwan siya konti dahil sana yung mata ko sa 120Hz. But overall, the feel is not so bad. And since this phone has a level 1 na Wi-Fi security level, so you can watch HD dito on Netflix, and watching my favorite shows on YouTube dito, I would say okay siya, magandang display, and it's quite punchy. So, subukan muna natin i-check ang loudspeaker since this one only has one loud firing speaker dito sa ilalim kung how loud this phone is. Let's check it out. Now, quite impressive naman siya. Ang kanyang sound, it's not so bad. It's a little bit above average for me. Now, I did try to play 2 games dito. Alam naman natin, si Qualcomm Snapdragon 888 is made by Samsung, so expect ko medyo mainit to. Now, playing Call of Duty Mobile, it was quite optimized naman and I was able to play several VR matches dito. And after 30 minutes of gameplay, I would say na there are slightly some delays and some lags along the way. And medyo uminit din tong phone nito up to 42 degrees Celsius. Now, playing Farlight 84 naman, the graphics was quite good and I would say na the gameplay is just okay, so-so. Hindi naman siya sobrang immersive. And there are several occasions na feel ko nagkakaroon talaga ng frame drops along the way. Lalo na kung tumatakbo ka, pa nagsislide ka at tumatalon ka, biglang nagsiskip ang frames. So, there are several occasions na nangyayari to. For the first 15 minutes, medyo okay pa siya. So, after mga roughly 15 minutes, medyo lumalala na siya. The gameplay was just so-so. I wouldn't say that it's one of the better ones na na-try ko. Medyo mainit siya. Umabot siya ng 47 degrees Celsius after 30 minutes of battle. Now, pag-usapan natin quickly ang kanyang camera. This one has a 64MP na main camera sensor with OIS and a 12MP na ultra-wide lens plus together with a 8MP na telephoto lens with OIS. This one can zoom up to 30 times optical zoom and it can let you shoot up to 4K and 60. Pagdating naman sa kanyang front-facing camera, it's a 10MP na camera which can let you shoot up to 4K and 30. Okay, so right now, simulan muna natin ang ating review with some of the outdoor shot na nakuha ko. Now, I'm quite surprised na this is a older generation of phone was able to give me some of this really nice shot. Though the clarity is hindi naman sobrang sharp, but I would say na it's good enough for posting on social medias. Ito mga simple shot na ito looks really nice and really sharp. And probably pag zoom in mo, makita mo medyo may pagka-soft side siya. But overall, itong mga flower shot ito ay quite good. Na kung ang hiling mo naman is landscape shot, it would give you some really nice photo and makita mo yung cloud niya. May details naman siya nakikita. Na kung ginagamit mo ng kanyang ultra-wide lens, this is how it looks like. And this is a normal shot. And this is a 3x zoom shot. Now, looking at yung signage ng Petron and yung mga words dito like Jollibee and Starbucks, well, it's looking good pa rin. Now, kung dinala mo naman ng phone to indoor photography, you'll get some nice shot naman. Though, there are times na you'll feel it to be a little bit softer compared sa mga newer generation ng phone. But nevertheless, this camera can still perform at least yung mga upper mid-range na level these days. Now, taking some plan shot naman, ang bilis naman na mag-focus and I have really no problem taking some of these photos on indoor situation. Now, taking some colorful shot like this one still looks very nice and very sharp. Now, kung food photography naman ang habol mo dito sa phone na ito, it could give you some good shots like this one. Mga nakuha natin dito sa loob ng resto. And yeah, this food shot looks quite good and decent. Even taking some apparel shot like this looks quite sharp din. And pag sinumin mo, kita mo ang kanyang fabrics. Now, moving on to selfie shots, I would say na, well, this camera can still perform. Looking at some of these selfie photos, though medyo a little bit overexposed siguro kung medyo maliwanag ang araw. But overall, some of these selfie shots are still pretty nice. Now, if you're trying to take some photos naman sa indoor, I would say na medyo soft na siya. Hindi siya kasing sharp ng sa outdoor shot. But probably if you give it a little bit more of a good lighting, it can still perform on indoors like this. Now, I'm trying to take a video using the front-facing camera, quite stable, though the video resolution is not the best that I've tried. But overall, it's still pretty solid for a older generation na phone from LG. If you're trying to take a video naman on indoor situation like dito sa loob na aking studio, well, quite stable naman ang kanyang video, recording 4K and 60 video dito sa loob ng studio. And I would say na kaya naman na mag-perform on low light. Now, honestly, I'm quite impressed with this phone. Back in the days, gano'n kanipis ang phone na ito. And the color probably is the one that really won my heart dito. Ang kanyang black and gold combination is probably one of my favorite colors. And especially yung kanyang curved display dito is probably another winning factor for me. Plus yung kanyang thin bezels dito. The camera can still perform up to this 2024. And ang kanyang front-facing camera is also good as well. Probably kung gusto mo mag-heavy gaming, medyo mahirapan lang tong phone na ito. But if you're playing CODM, Mobile Legends, and Wild Drift, I think kayang-kaya naman ito phone na ito. So if you're out there looking for a rare phone like this one, si LG Velvet 2 Pro, pwede nyo na silipin sa UKDB Gadgets. I got this one for 14K and you can get yours too. I'll be posting the link on the description box below. And if you like this video, don't forget to share it to your friends. And a sub to this channel is definitely awesome. I'll see you in my next one. And so, ako para si Richmond and you're watching Gadget Sidekick. What's up? Like and subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to hit that notification bell. For one of my latest uploads, click the dito. And for one of my popular uploads, click here.